Good morning. My name is Pranav Lohukulkarni from SCENTC. My roll number is S1909530056. So in today data analytics lab oral examination, my there are four questions, and now my question is, what should analyst do with missing and suspected data? So, data analytics use data analysis strategies like deletion method, single imputation method, and model hand based methods to retrieve missing data. So, when dealing with missing data, data scientists can use two primary methods to solve the error. That one is imputation or removal of data. So, the involves uh, imputation method involves missing at random MAR, missing completely and random MCAR, missing not at random MNAR, deletion. There are two primary methods for deleting data when dealing with missing data, like listwise and dropping variables. So listwise so first of all we discuss about listwise. In this method, all data for an observation that has one or more missing values are deleted. And then pairwise method. Pairwise deletion assumes data are missing completely and random MCR, but all the cases with data, even those with missing data. Now dropping variables. In if data is missing for more than 60% of the observations, it may be wise to discard it if the variable is insignificant. And now the second method is imputation. When data is missing, it may make sense to delete data. However, that may not be the most effective option. For example, if too much of information is discarded, it may not be possible to complete a reliable analysis, or there may be insufficient data to generate a reliable prediction or observation that may have missing data. So, instead of deletion, data scientists have multiple solutions to input the value of missing data. Some of them as mean, median, and mode method. This one is most common methods of inputting values when dealing with missing data. In case where there are a small number of missing observations, data scientists can calculate the mean or median of existing observation. Second method is time series specific method. Another option is to use time series specific method when appropriate to input data. There are four types of time series data: no trend or seasonality, trend but not seasonality, seasonality but not trend, both trend and seasonality. Now and then, data scientists prepare a validation report containing all information about the suspected or missing data, screened the suspicious data to access the validity, replace the invalid data with a proper validation code. Now move on to question 4. That is, we have to discuss one topic on data analytics. So I choose topic data wrangling. So first of all, definition of data wrangling. Data wrangling is the process of gathering, selecting, and transformating data to answer an analytic question. So, um, then we have to discuss why data wrangling is necessary. Wrangling produces analytic data sets that usually have one or four structures. The first is the most common of data structure. There are four there are four structures. First is analytic basic table ABT. Second is denormalized transactions. Third is time series. Fourth is document library. So one by one we discuss about this. So first of all, analytic base table ABT. The ABT is used for machine learning. Each row in the table represents a unique entity such as person, product, claim, vehicle, batch, etc., with the columns containing informations, that is input, about that entity for a specific point in time, its attributes, history, and relationship with one another. Then the second is denormalized transactions. So the transactional information is used for organizational business operations such as presentation of prior contact with a customer, a line item in a particular order, including information about the complete order and detailed product information. So the third is time series. One or more attributes about a specific entity over time. For standard time series, for standard time series, the observation must be divided into consistent increments time. Often the entity and its trended attributes are aggregates over time, such as monthly average of the SCP index. Now the fourth one is document library, a consistent corpus of documents, predominantly text or analysis by text mining. It is it is easy to underestimate the difficulty for producing these analytic data structures, especially when the organization has invested heavily in its data infrastructure over many years. Analytics team leaders, customer champions, and other project stakeholders are often astonished by estimate from the data scientist of how long it will take to wrangle the data before modeling can begin. So now, so now So now we will see how to do data wrangling. So there are 5 steps of that to do data wrangling. First is understanding data. Second is structuring. Third is cleansing. Fourth is enhancing, and fifth is validating. So now we discuss it one by one. So first of all, understanding data. The first data wrangling step is to understand the data in great depth before applying to procedure to clean it. You must have to clear idea of what the data is. This will help you to find the best approach for productive analytic exploitation. Now the second one is structuring. In most cases, you all have raw data in disorganized manner. There won't be any structure to it. In this second step of data wrangling, we have to restructure it for easy accessibility. So third one is cleansing. Almost every data set includes some outliers that can skew the outcomes of analysis. You have to clean the data for optimum results. In third data wrangling step, the data is cleansed exhaustively for superior analysis. You will have to change null values, remove duplicates, special characters, and standardize the formatting to improve the consistency of the data. So fourth is enriching. After cleansing, your data must be enriched, which means taking stock what's in the data and strategies how to make it better for adding supplementary data. So fifth is validating. Validation rules in data wrangling denote some repetitive programming steps that are used to authenticate the reliability, quality, and safety of the data you have. So now we will look data wrangling use cases where we use data wrangling cases. First is fraud detection and second is customer behavior analysis. Now we discuss it one by one. So fraud detection, using data wrangling tool, a business can perform the distinguished corporate fraud by identifying unusual behavior by examining implicit information like multi-party and multiplayer emails or web chats. Support data security by allowing non-technical operators to examine and wrangle data quickly to keep pace with billions of daily security tasks. Enhance compliance by ensuring your business complies with industry and government standards by following security protocols during integration. So now second one is customer behavior analysis. A data wrangling tool can help the business processes get more precise insights quickly via customer behavior analysis. It You can use data wrangling tools to decrease the time spent on data preparation for analysis. Second is quickly understand the business value of your data. Third is allow your analytics team to utilize the customer behavior data directly. And fourth one is empower data analytics analysts to find out data trends via data discovery and visual profiling. Now, my third question, matrix and its operations. So, what are data matrices? First of all, we will see it. Data matrices are a way of displaying qualitative data in a format where readily accessible for the process of analysis and interpretation. Now we will see data multiplication. Data multiplication is possible when only when the column of the second matrix is equal to the row of the first. Now in this we have to see trace of matrix, determinant of matrix, and we have to see and perform basic operations to matrix. We will see it. And so my topic is also I have discussed, that is data wrangling. So thank you so much.